WLFE DB Radio.
Talk with Teddy starts now. You pick the topic, I pick the guest. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page, Facebook, and more. You're listening to Talk with Teddy on WLFE DB Radio Network. Please check out our website at WLFE-DB.com.
Oh, we need to get our drink.
All right, everybody. We are here for another edition of Talk with Teddy. And can you hear me okay, guys?
If we're quiet, we can hear.
Okay, so if I do that, you can hear me better.
Oh, we could hear. A truck could go by and we could hear you.
Like a truck could go by. Okay, perfect. So, so I'm sitting here with Trent and Sherry, and we are going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. Trent and I are friends. We've known each other a few years now, and he is from the show Naked and Afraid and Naked and Afraid XL. And he has got some Bigfoot stories. He's got he loves Bigfoot. That's what I love about Trent. He's got this man cave that's all Bigfoot stuff, which is great. And I helped give him some stuff this past Parafest. He got, what is it, a T-shirt or something? I don't remember. We gave you something.
Yeah,
but
got a shirt. Got some Bigfoot swag from you, Ted.
Bigfoot swag, perfect. You can probably hear the humming, which is my fans, because it's like 90 degrees in here.
Not in here. We're not that hot here yet.
Yeah, well, we are. That's amazing because you guys were Arizona, Utah. Where are you?
It was hot last week. It was 95 last week, but it's cooled down this week. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that's really good for you guys, but for me, it's not. Because it's hot as hell here. It sucks. Let me see. That should be better. For me anyways, but you're still probably hearing all that other shit. That's okay. So, you guys that are following me here on Talk with Teddy, you guys know that we bring in a variety of different types of people from all different areas. And we like to talk about anything and everything that has to do with anything. And we've had everything from musicians to singers, magicians. In fact, I got some more horror people coming on towards the end of the week. We actually have a guy that does really, what did he call it? He called it mysterious research, which is a little further than the paranormal stuff, which is like supernatural stuff, which is really cool. So there's a lot of really cool things going on here with Talk with Teddy this week, so I hope you guys will be sticking by me and hanging out and all the good stuff. So, Trent, what's happening, man? I haven't seen you since March. How's things going up there?
Oh, I mean, the world has changed quite a bit since we saw each other.
Yep.
I think that was right at the beginning of this Twilight Zone.
I think we got lucky.
Yeah, I think the plane coming back landed and they didn't fly him anymore for a little bit.
Yeah,
it was right at the time. So, but no, it's been going good. My life actually our life didn't change too much. I know a lot of people's did, but our routine and what we did, it didn't affect us a whole lot.
And see, that's a good thing because well, mine did a little bit. I ended up not working because I have to take care of both my parents. And so they are not able to drive. They can't remember to take their pills. There's a lot of things going on there. So pretty much I'm my parents' caretaker, I guess, now. So that's the big difference for me. And then with the COVID thing, I'm just kind of stuck here. Still stuck here. There's just too much going on, and with running them back and forth to doctors and stuff like that, it's hard to see myself going somewhere else. Yeah,
they're lucky to have you, Ted.
So, everybody gives me a lot of praise, but I'll tell you, it's a lot of damn work. It's not what you think.
Yeah, no, I understand. I had a father-in-law that needed a lot of home care. Luckily, my brother and his wife were the ones that did it, but I watched them because I lived in their basement at the time, and oh my gosh, a lot of work. People don't understand how much work it is.
Yeah, and you know, some of these people are like, "Oh yeah, I take care of my dad. Yeah, I take care of my mom." I'm like, uh, add one more because I'm like doing mom and dad or dad and mom. And it's not just one parent, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
which is very very hard. It's very
yeah.
hard sometimes. But I'm not complaining because I would rather be here helping them than they'd be somewhere else. I don't want them in a nursing home. I don't want them. Um, I don't know. I want to make sure that they're okay. So I would rather be the one taking care of them, I guess.
That's why I say they're lucky to have you, Ted.
Oh my God, it's so hot in here. I would think I was in like Arizona right now. So
Yeah,
I see.
and when
Go ahead.
we were last together, we were outside freezing, talking, and
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
snow. It was
Well,
cold.
we had a hairy Bigfoot with us though too.
I bet he was hot.
Yeah, he was hot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He kept saying that he was sweating. So, um, that was my surprise. He was actually supposed to be here with us tonight.
Oh
He was
man,
supposed
dang
to.
it, buddy.
Buddy was supposed to come on and he was supposed to be getting a translator and the whole
Yeah,
deal so that we could have him with us. And I
yeah.
don't know
I
what
would have had
happened.
a few. I would have a few questions for him myself.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Michelle Millens, did you see my post? I got a new job today. I'm a CNA. Well, congratulations, Michelle. That's awesome. That's great. Thank you.
One of the
And I love
heroes.
you
One of
too.
the heroes.
What's that?
She's one of the heroes, joining the heroes team.
Yeah. Yeah. She says, I love you, Teddy. I love you too, Michelle. Oh, mercy. This is going to be a fun night. Um, you know, it's crazy since we really has been crazy since we hung out last. I mean, so many things have changed with the riots and COVID and people getting murdered and just, oh my God. It's kind of like, you know, I'm glad I am where I am. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I'm happy.
I know. I hear of these murder hornets and stuff, and I'm like, I have not seen one of them. I'm so lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. I talked to somebody named Red today, who is a part of a YouTube series called Hillbillies in the Holler. And yes, yes, yes. And he is amazing. And I've been trying to get a hold of him to bring him on my show. And I actually spoke with him today. And he lives way up in the mountains in Tennessee. And he's like, I don't get phone reception very well or anything else. I'm like, but I bet you don't get any of the other shit too all the way up in there. So
He's one
you
of the
got to be
he's
happy.
one of the lucky ones. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I mean, I when I have to go to the city to take my parents and stuff, I'm really leery now because of all the shit that goes on up there. Um, Cities are not a good place to be right now. You know,
Yeah,
they're simply not.
I'd rather be out in the country with the moonshine still, living off the land.
Me too. I don't know how much I'd be drinking it because Teddy hasn't been drinking in a while, so that would probably mean
Well, it'd be all for me then.
one shot, maybe two, and Teddy would be on the ground. But that's all right. Oh man. So I'm trying to get my there we go. I was trying to get a watch party going as well so I could get a few more people in here. Hello, Mr. Robert White from Australia. How are you, buddy? How are you down under? He says Redwood only have Wildlife Matters cows. Or crews. Sorry, I thought it said cows. I better get my glasses. So, a lot of sightings of Bigfoot lately up here, buddy.
Oh, up in your area,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like,
Whitehall, New York used to be like the place to go and get, you know, Bigfoot stuff.
uh huh.
But they're seeing them like 30 minutes from me now.
Really? Well, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. So like 10 minutes from Geneseo.
Oh, that's way close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So in March, we might have to go do some Bigfooting.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open driving through those country roads.
Yeah. Take me home. Sorry. I'm going to sing here a little bit. I feel so short. I moved it. I'm in my own studio now that I made, and it's like everything else is way up here, and I'm like my name's even covering me up. It's like, what the hell? She's just barely peeking over the little window. Oh man.
Just trying to help you out, Ted.
Yeah. So last time we actually spoke, I think it was it was on Paratalk Radio, I think, maybe. You had just got done doing another Naked and Afraid, right?
When did we speak? Was it on an interview type talk?
I don't remember.
It might have
remember
been.
you were giving us a hint.
Oh yeah. I was heading out. I didn't die.
Oh, yep, I see that. You're still here.
I survived it. The episode's actually aired for anybody that saw it. The shelter was hit by lightning. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
It was pretty exciting. I mean, kaboom. The thing is, we were in the rainforest, and the difference is the area we were in, you're in the storm. It's not clouds above you and lightning coming down. When lightning strikes, it can be like lateral or even up because you are right in the storm. And it just came and popped the top of our shelter and created about 300 spot fires in the shelter. And
doesn't lightning come from the ground?
I don't know. I learned about.
I think it does.
I learned a little bit about clouds in school, but not that much.
Okay, so one of us is a redneck, or both of us are. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I would
maybe
say
that's
both. Probably
maybe
both.
that's
And it's okay.
maybe that's why we get along. Yeah.
Right.
Robert, since you're the
when you're out there
brainiac,
freezing though, the lightning hits and it sure warms you.
Oh, I bet. And it probably blows your shelter apart though too, and you got, why do I look so dark? Uh-oh. You froze on me. Oh, there we go.
Hello. There we go.
There you go. There you are.
We start talking about lightning, and all of a sudden,
And boom.
interference.
Boom. And there it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I was saying that, with the lightning, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, I saw it strike this is a weird story. I was coming back from my grandparents' house and my parents, and I was sitting in the back seat, of course, and we're going down this back road, and a whole bunch of cows out in the field, and this lightning hit this cow.
Whoa!
And blew a hole through the side of this cow. You could put your hand. This is no lie, man. You could put your hand through that cow.
Dude, I bet that was like you could just grab hunks of it and eat it. That's like jerky.
Yeah, like hamburger. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cooked, probably.
Yeah. But he was like, you heard it, cow flipped over. I'm like, wow. Holy shit. And I think I was like 10, maybe 10 or 12.
Did you actually see it?
Yeah, I actually saw it. I swore my ass off, and I got my ass whooped for it, I think.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, holy cow. Look at him. Holy cow. It was a holy cow.
Holy cow.
Terrifying.
Oh, Mr. Mike Ann, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Mr.
Mike.
Tactical Bigfoot is here himself.
What's up, Mike? Good to see you. I can't see you, but Ted said you're here, so.
Yes, he is. He says, hi, guys. StreamYard did it to me tonight. Did what to you tonight? I was watching your show there for a while.
Maybe.
It looked pretty good. He had Cliff Barrickman on from that Finding Bigfoot on or something. No, what was it called? What Bigfoot? I don't remember. There's so many damn Bigfoot research things. Trent, you might be able to see their questions on the side.
Yeah, I was on the private room and I just clicked live. And
We just figured it out.
There you go.
Yeah, we're good now. I can see everything. I was like, everything was blank for a minute, but Sherry figured it out. That's why I brought her.
Oh, okay.
She's
the smart one in the family.
She's the brains of the operation.
I think
all right,
it works both ways. Depends what it is.
All right, so we already said hi to Michelle and Robert, and now to Mike. I'm also going to say hi to Scott Wells, Lisa Hagedorn, Christopher Ayers, and Nick Vanson, which is my nephew. So on my watch party, so that I still don't know who's on all the audio outlets or the 4 other video outlets because I can't see all their what do they call those things? Chat messages. We only can see the ones that we're on, unfortunately. But so I've been watching your page, and all of the pictures you've been reminiscing with the snow and the snowmobiles and being out in the snow. Like Trent really misses it.
I love the winter. The
It's
snow
like his first love.
The thing about
the
thing about it is when it snows and you hop on that snowmobile, there's no more roads, there's no more fences, there's no more boundaries. You don't even know where you end up. We ended up on a Black Diamond ski resort one afternoon, and we're like, whoa, how did we get here? And then we go across other mountains, and we came across this little valley. It was almost like a storybook. We come over the hill, the wind's blowing, the clouds, it's foggy, everything parts, and there's this little valley, and it's full of yurts. And we're just like, we're in the middle of nowhere, and there's like 10 yurts and a big diesel generator. Nobody there, but we just come upon this little abandoned village, and I mean, I love the winter. I love snowmobiles. You never know where you're going to end up.
Do you know what a yurt is, Ted?
No, I'm like, he's like, all these yurts, and I'm thinking like, what the fuck
They're
is a yurt?
baby Yetis.
That's what I was going to say. So a yurt, it's like a tent, but it's like a really well constructed. I mean, it's like a little shelter, I guess. It's super cool, super hip, but it was just so cool. It was like we entered Narnia with like.
There's a yurt if you can see that.
No.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a wood frame with just a canvas tarp around it.
Yeah, so it was like this little village. It was like a secret village of yurts. No one was there, totally abandoned.
Maybe there were yurt people there. We couldn't find them.
That's my new favorite word. Yurt people.
Yurt people.
It's
holy shit! I learned something today.
It's the high class mansion of a teepee.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is funny shit. Because all I could think of is that stupid movie Uncle Vinny or Aunt whatever it was. Is like 2 Utes. What? 2 Utes?
Oh yeah, my cousin Vinny. 2 Utes.
Oh my god! Don't make me laugh. It's already 90 in here. What the fuck? Oh
I could
man!
tell by your face you were not a yurt. You were not privy to the yurt community.
I was like, okay, so that must be like, I have no idea. Is that like a new fandangled monkey or Bigfoot? I don't know. Learn how to skirt the yurts. Yeah, we were both catching the same thing. Man.
You don't need roads. Exactly, Robert.
Yeah, here's the guy down under this playing with. He had a video. I think it was this morning. I saw it. This bird flew in his house and was sitting on top of the crackers that he always hands out to them. Awesome. And it's like, he's talking to the bird. It's like, oh, did you want one of those? Do you want one of those? Do you really want one? I'm like, just give him the goddamn cracker, will you?
Good stuff. The bird flew in on a dare.
Wow.
This is the first year that we've had snowmobiles. So we've played with them with friends, but this was the year that we got our own snowmobile. So it was pretty, there was a learning curve, but Trent picks up anything like super fast, and so it was.
You just push the gas and hold the handlebars. It's pretty easy.
Well, the first time we went out, we were together, and he found this haunted cabin. It was super cool. So we went up and we were creeping around this haunted cabin. And then we're coming back from the haunted cabin and we're going like seriously maybe 1 mile per hour, maybe less. And we tipped over. And I was slow motion, Trent's like, hurry, help me get the snowmobile up. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, how did we end up? How are we upside down? I don't even know. Because we were going so slow. It was so the learning curve from that point on was really fast, and then Trent started like jumping cornices, and I was not following him. But
Yeah, no, and that's
so
fun.
it's become his. I think I'm his first love, but
Snowmobiles.
it's become
Snow.
a pretty big
Snow.
passion.
Snow.
I think snow is his first love.
Snow.
Yeah, he does like
no.
snow. He does love it.
Well, I've owned I think 3 snowmobiles. 3. Yeah, so I'm well versed in snowmobiles.
Excellent. Come on out.
Had a lot of fun with snowmobiles. Well, someday I want to come out, and maybe I'll just have to buy another sled and leave it up there, so that the time that I want to go sledding, I can just that means vacation, and I have to come there and do it.
We'll show you the village of yurts.
The yurts people. He's gonna show. I know now. I can think it's the poopy people. Oh my god! Because I tried to teach my godson how to poop in the toilet, and he's not getting it. I'm like, you gotta poop in the toilet, so the little baby poops can go meet the adult poops. When you flush the toilet, they get to go see their parents. I was
His godson.
my godson. He has autism, so I try to. Samantha's son.
Put it in.
My
Oh,
niece
okay,
Samantha.
yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about. So put it in the story form, and you're good.
Yeah.
Did he
So
respond to that at all?
He's gone once. Now he screams. He's like, I don't want to go. So I got to come up with something else. So, well, we're getting there. Hello, Ernie Atwell, and hello, Chanel M. Fletcher. Mike Clark. Thank you guys for tuning in here. We appreciate that. It's so hard to even describe like what's been going on around here, but that's why I wanted to find out with you, like, what's going on with Naked and Afraid, and your episode, and let's veer back towards that a little bit. You said you got blown up, your shelter did, by lightning, which is kind of funky in itself. Hey, at least you got a fire, right? Did it start a fire for you?
We had a lot of fire after that.
There you go.
A lot of fire and a massive hole in the roof. So I mean, and the thing we were in the rainforest in Chiapas, Mexico, and they get 30 feet a year, and we were in the middle of the rain season. And lucky for us, the rain had just ended, because you have to be dry out there. You can't make it. But this thing hit that shelter and blew the top of the shelter off, and we were just like, so glad it's done raining, because it would have just drenched us after that.
Oh man, that would have been terrible. But now I remember something else you told me about that. Some new experiences you had. You said there was some new paranormal or scary experiences or something.
It's hard to put into words. I mean, like with anybody that has had any type of experience, because it's one of those things you can try to explain, but it's hard for somebody to understand unless they're there. But this area we were in was cool. But there are a lot of legends of. It's a Mayan jungle. There's a lot of Mayan in the jungle, and we all know
the Mayan stuff.
Yeah, the Mayan stuff, and it's cool. It's really cool. But the rains would come, and then the fog would come in, and it would you'd hear things crashing, and then you'd hear sounds outside the shelter. And one of the legends is there's a woman that roams the jungles, and if you see her in a red dress, she's about to kill someone. If you see her in a white dress, I don't remember.
She's about to marry someone. No.
If she's in a white dress, she's about to allure someone. But we would hear the rains had calmed down, everything had stopped, and then we would hear the most eerie things. And again, it's an area I hadn't been before, so I don't know all the sounds that are out there. But we would hear things that were so abnormal. It was just funky. But then here was the cool part. Energy, Sherry has taught me anything. It's how to feel energy. And you can feel the negative energy, but then you would feel that just go away. And there was 2 or 3 times, Sarah and I, we would open the shelter door, so it opened the whole side of the shelter, and the fog would start to go away, and it was almost like Narnia, and little fireflies flying around, like little, and they would land on our hands and land on our head, and it was so peaceful. And you could see the mist in the background. It was seriously like a storybook. I mean, there were some cool things that would happen. You never knew what was going to happen out there. Dude.
Oh, I can see Trent in the middle of this, sitting cross-legged. I got my little glowy people. I'm good.
With the little glowing fairy on my nose.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh, I needed this tonight.
But we would actually there was no civilization around us, but we would hear what sounded like humans crying or crying out off in the distance. It was the weirdest thing. And Sarah, who is not about any of that, I mean, just not real. Nope, doesn't happen. There were several nights she was just like going, "Oh my gosh, are you hearing this, Trent?" And looking at me and just trying to get confirmation of what am I hearing right now. So she, after we left that area, she said there's some things that I can't explain that we heard out there.
I was thinking because of the Mayan thing, the city of Zinj. Did you ever see the movie? It had Tim Curry in it. Come on, Robert, help me. I know you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, they were in the Mayan civilization. They were in the jungles of Maya, the Mayan area, and like there was this city of Zinj where there was supposedly rare diamonds, and you weren't able to remove rocks or stone or anything like that. But they were taking this gorilla back there apparently or something. I don't know. And
Congo.
That's
the movie
it.
Congo.
That's it.
With the white apes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I couldn't think about it either.
Totally.
And Robert's like, Earth 2. I'm like, what? And then Shangri-La. Robert, forget it. Go back to sleep. Elmo. I thought King Kong. Go back to sleep. And everybody else over here, Ernie, Grant, Ruth Ann. Hello, everybody. But nobody over here said anything over on this side. I think they're as tired as I am. I'm not even sure, man. And this is our first show of the week. Y'all better wake your butts up. You know how it works. End of the week, we'll be going crazy. Everybody be yeehaw, and he goes, I wasn't hiding. Hello, Teddy. Hello, Chanel. Nice of you to drop in and get away from your stone. You stoner. She does jewelry and lots of crystals and amethyst and all. I call her a stoner. Anybody that does that stuff, I call them stoners.
Makes sense.
Yeah. She's one of my friends, like Robert. Robert's a stoner, too. I probably shouldn't say this stuff because we're, live. And people
They could be rockers.
It could be rockers.
It could be rockers. That might be a little bit more appropriate than stoner.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I mean,
Chanel's a stoner.
Chanel's
a stoner. Yeah, Chanel's a stoner. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a rock hound, she says. There you go. So, guys, we're sitting here with Mr. Trent Nielsen and Sherry. What's your last name? I don't even know your last name.
Joy.
Joy?
Yep.
Joy as in like Joy?
Joy.
Wow. Woo. I can spell.
You're the only one that has spelled it right.
I was going to say, that was a good guess because that's not the normal spelling. So, yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Only I do it from the raw stones. Okay, we got you, Robert. We got you.
Hey, Ted.
Yes?
I just want to let you know right here, you can't see it, but to my immediate right, there's a window open with a cool breeze coming. I just had to close the blind a little bit because it was getting a little chilly in here. Just wanted to let you know.
Trent, I want to show you. I want to show you how I tell you I love you.
Saw that coming. Wrote that into the screenplay. I saw that one coming.
Actually, Trent and I had a lot of fun when he was up here because we actually took Buddy the Bigfoot to the city of Rochester and hung out at it was the Marine store or something like that. It was the Army store.
Yeah, the vet store.
The vet store. Yeah, that was kind of fun. That's why I'm really surprised that he's not here.
Yeah,
And
it was pretty funny because Buddy was. I mean, he had a bright blue shirt on that you hooked him up with.
that
He had
said free
hairy,
hugs.
his big hairy arms coming out and his legs with his big feet. And we start walking across the street, and the looks from those cars that we got, like, what are we looking at right here?
It was funny because we were taking photos and stuff. Remember that guy that busted through the door and he went right by Buddy and whoa. He's like, oh, okay. And then
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
Not something you see every day. Apparently a little bit more in New York, but not every day.
Yeah. But you know what's really cool is while we're mentioning that, Buddy and I have actually gotten ourselves onto a new adventure. And so we've got some things that we're going to be doing. We kind of got Buddy anyways to help out kids and stuff like that, to give them something else to look forward to or to look at to make them happy, that type of stuff. And so I come up with this bright idea. And so now we have created the very first, and it's 8 pages long. And I'm working on the cover right now. Hurry up, I want to show them before I say it. Here we go. This is the first page, Buddy the Bigfoot coloring book.
Nice.
Excellent. Free hugs. I love it.
Isn't that cool?
And it looks just like him.
It looks just like him. Yep, exactly. This girl made them for us, and she's.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. So we have our first 8-page coloring book, and it's Buddy Goes to the Farm.
Nice.
And so we're gonna see where we can go from there. We're gonna make up probably 500 coloring books and distribute as many as we can, free. I mean, they did cost, have made. And then we're going to kind of do a donational thing and then put some for sale as well to kind of cover the cost and to make more, like for the second edition or whatever.
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So, I wish I would have had a Buddy the Bigfoot coloring book when I was little.
Yeah. Well, I actually bought myself a Bigfoot.
When you were little? When you were a kid?
No, I'm going to go get it. I got to show you now. I wasn't going to do this, but now I got to.
I don't even know what he's going to come back with. We're talking about Bigfoot. He says, I bought one, and he left.
Oh.
The main problem with my Bigfoot is that he's in a green box, and this wall behind me is a green screen.
Oh, he's disappeared.
So there he is.
Oh, sweet.
I see him.
You did
Isn't he cool?
Bigfoot.
I did.
He's cool.
Yeah. So we have to get one for Trent's man cave, Bigfoot man cave.
Oh, heck yeah.
For sure.
I think they were $17 on Amazon, I think, or Walmart.
Okay.
It's made by Archie McPhee.
Is it plastic? What's it made of?
Oh, I don't know. I've never opened it.
Bigfoot's in the house.
Apparently. This is not, it says right in the bottom, this is not a toy. It is not designed for nor intended for children under the age of 12. And there's a little thing over here in the corner. Whoops, over here. It says,
Not a
corner. Not a toy.
Not a toy. Don't be playing with that.
Not a toy.
That is not a toy.
Maybe it's a shrunken Yeti.
Oh, look, Chanel's onto something.
Yeti.
That's why you can't find him. He's always in front of a green screen.
Oh.
So, Ted, once I was in Vegas with my kids and Trent, we were like down. You said, you took Buddy to the city. Well, I happened to see Bigfoot. Like, Trent disappeared. I didn't know where he went. And then suddenly Bigfoot was there and walking down the street with us. So, like, the whole strip. We watched the whole strip with Bigfoot.
Well, her son was in a wheelchair and Bigfoot was pushing him.
Yep.
I missed everything. I never saw it.
I'm not saying Trent's Bigfoot. I've just never seen him in the same room together. So, and then it was interesting. We bought a cabin.
I was gambling.
We bought a cabin up on the mountain, and Interestingly enough, as we get new friends, we find out where their game cams are. Those are the cameras that pick up all the, the animals that are running by and
Right.
stuff. Suddenly we move to the mountain and we find out where all our friends' game cams. Suddenly there's like Bigfoot sightings everywhere, like all over the mountain.
Wow.
On our neighbors' game cams.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
weird. It's weird. And then
That's
like
really
he shows up
strange.
at our cabin every once in a while when we're not there, up in the upstairs window. We've never seen him, but he shows up on game cams and stuff like that.
Have you found tracks yet?
No tracks. Never tracks.
Wow.
Only
He must be like
flip-flops.
Santa
Only
Claus.
like flip-flop tracks. No Bigfoot tracks. It's just weird. It's like flip-flop tracks.
As
Bigfoot
funny as
tracks.
that sounds, there are real sightings on our mountain.
Right. I'm sure there is. Just that was interesting.
Actually, yeah. Tell him about your friend that.
Oh yeah, I told him that. But there was one. I walked in front of I put on my Bigfoot suit, walked in front of my game cam. You could tell it was a fake suit. I mean,
so bad.
it looked so bad.
So bad.
Right.
So I posted a picture of it, and
like to be funny.
as being funny of haha, look, Bigfoot on the game cam. You could clearly tell it was not a Bigfoot. It was me. I get a ding from a Sasquatch organization that somebody has posted a picture, and it was my picture, and they said, hey, I have a friend that just caught this on a camera, and he posted it on their site, and everybody is chiming in going, you can see that it's holding the baby. You can see it might be pregnant. I think there's two of them. And I'm like going, what? No. It was the worst picture ever. And so I've learned that I don't post random crappy Bigfoot pictures. People think they're real.
Yeah. You just play with your friends and not do it any other way. Yeah.
Kathy, Bigfoot wearing flip flops.
Yeah. Hey, you never know when he's hot, man. He might be wearing, Hawaiian shorts and flip flops, and looks like he's learned to be like Bigfoot. Just make sure not to mess with him and Jack Link's beefy jerky. Well, our buddy the Bigfoot, maybe he's related to your friends up there.
Could be. They do have similar characteristics.
Yeah. Ours likes T-shirts. Maybe we might,
Ours likes flip-flops.
Human clothing. It's a trendy thing.
Yeah. They might be trying to make a fashion statement. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're paying attention to anything anymore except each other's bullshit. So.
Okay, but for the people here on the show tonight.
Yes.
Exclusive footage. I do have a friend that has a cabin up on the mountain. And this was a couple years ago. He and his 17-year-old son, I told you the story, Ted, but he and his 17-year-old son are sitting on the ridge early morning with their guns, elk hunting. And there's some elk and deer down in the gully. Well, they see the deer take off one direction and the elk take off the other direction. And they watched 4 Bigfoot walk right up over the ridge right in front of him. And his 17-year-old son is like, are you seeing this, Dad? He's like, Dad, are you seeing this? And they just watched them for about a minute and a half. 4 of them walked right in front of him, right up over the ridge. I mean, just incredible story. Incredible.
See, I love stories like that. I really do. I was talking to on Paratalk Radio last night. We were talking to a couple guys that are into Bigfoot, and he's actually UFOs and Bigfoot, but. It's kind of weird. And they come out and they ask me, it's like, Ted, do you believe in Bigfoot? I'm like, I'd like to. I mean, I can't say I do, but I'd like to. I said, I have a buddy named I have a Bigfoot named Buddy. And so I think he thought I was a little whack job in the beginning, but oh well. And, I guess we have to be in this day and age. Robert, a 17-year-old without a cell phone with a camera? Good point. Good
right?
Point.
In his defense, there's no cell service up there, so. But I always carry mine in case I need the camera.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm hearing lately because I think I don't know if it's like people have been saying there's a shift. There's a shift in the atmosphere. There's all of this anxiety. There's all this weird energy being put out, and now all of a sudden we're getting like a lot of paranormal calls, a lot of Bigfoot sightings, a lot of really strange things going on. Maybe there's a connection, maybe not, but that story was like the very first story I've heard of like four Bigfoots together
A
though.
group of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that you never hear that.
I mean, I know stories of people that have seen multiple Bigfoots and they can tell the difference between them, but never seen them together. This is the first time that I've heard a story of them, and it's a personal friend of mine. It's not just a story of someone I don't
Yeah,
know.
so it's somebody you believe. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's somebody
yeah,
that yeah. And that's the other thing, and I've always said this to like all the skeptics, and I fall in that for the most part, but it's like if you've got, and I say this about the whole ghost thing as well, is that if you've got that many sightings, of different people claiming that they see this stuff, how
right.
can every single one of them be making it up?
Well, and the sightings aren't just recently; they've been going on for hundreds of years before the internet,
Yeah,
before
way
cars and
before the white
everything.
people. Way before
Yeah,
white people.
And on different continents. I mean, every continent has like a different legend, and like
and they're
there's
so similar.
Yeah.
so. I mean, that's what kind of blows me away is like every continent has its own legend of a somewhat similar Bigfoot type of a
Hairy
creature.
beast. Yeah,
So,
I dated one of those too.
me too.
Oh man, but it's there is a lot of similarities. And I think from country to country. Look at the Yeti. Oh, what was the one that was? There was just another one too that came up. The Yowie.
Yowie, I've
That
heard the Yowie.
the Yowie.
Yep.
What was the one
Um,
at Belize?
Belize
The
was the
Duoden.
Duenden.
Duenden?
Duenden. And when I was in Belize on my episode, I think it was called Duenden was the Bigfoot
Bigfoot name was
out there. But
Dwindon.
he was a little shorter. He wasn't tall like the North American, but all the other similarities were the same.
Well, you know that now the North American Bigfoot, his name is Daryl.
Yeah,
So we now know.
saw that on the Geico
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah.
They found him.
Was it
Progressive.
Geico? Progressive? It was an insurance commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, at least finally we know his name. I mean, finally. I
Right.
mean, it's
I
only
know.
taken
It's
us how long?
I
been
know.
rude. We
I
just
mean,
keep
we
calling
can
him Bigfoot.
we describe him by his best feature. I don't want him calling me by my best feature.
I hope nobody calls me Big Butt. So
Oh, mine would be Big Belly. Oh, yeah, yeah. That would be my Indian name, Chief of Big Belly. Nothing about me is normal, LOL, and I'm grateful for it. Oh, well, that's nice. What are you guys talking about over here? You're supposed to be watching us and talking to us. Whatever. Hello, Mike Warren. Hello, Ray Pellegrini. And I think I already said Ruth Ann, but that's okay. Hello, hello. Mike or Nick Mully says Skunk Ape, Yowie, Yeren, Sasquatch, Wawa, Grande, Orange Pendak, Yeti, or Abominable Snowman. To come a few depending on which country they're in. For Sasquatches taking showers, he is to be named Dwayne. Oh, man.
Dwayne the Tub, I'm drowning.
That's terrible. I don't know
never-
what's wrong with you lately, Robert, but your jokes are getting pretty lame. Pretty lame. I'm just picking. I was talking with our friend Mel not too long ago. And
Oh, yeah.
checking up on her to see how she's doing and all that good stuff.
Oh,
And she really has had it, pretty hard as well. She lost a cousin or something to.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, and so she's had it rough herself. But I told her, I said, anytime you want to escape, just let me know.
Right. Right.
We got a place for a lightning bug. What are you doing in my house? Get out. Anyways, but I told her, she can come down and stay anytime she wants. And Eric Harrison says, hello, Trent and Sherry.
Hey, Eric.
hi, Eric.
Don't worry, Teddy. He'll be back up there soon. Who will be back up there soon? I don't know who he is. That must be Bigfoot. Who knows? Might be from the mango ice cream I'm consuming. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right. So I guess I won't pay attention to the chat room right away. But so anything other than, I mean, the episode's played. Let's kind of go back to that, I guess. But yeah, you said there was a lot of things that was, you said that
we would hear different each night. We would hear different sounds. It was very rare we'd hear the same sound over, and that's what was weird too. Again, it was an area I'd never been, so I don't know the sounds.
But yeah, you're in the Mayan territory. Yeah. I mean, would be. Yeah.
But at night, it was always different sounds. So usually if there's an animal out there, it's the same animal because it's its territory. But like one night, it sounded like a woman screaming. Another night, it sounded like men talking. And it's not the crew. They're not out there in the flash flood weather. We knew where they were staying. They were at Jeep right away. They don't stay out there all night with us. So we would get used to hearing different sounds every night. And so it was kind of something to look forward to because we didn't know what was coming each night.
It's stuff like that. I mean, especially like that. I mean, indigenous people still around there or no?
I don't think so. Not in that area. No. There's a city about 20 miles away, and it's not that I know of, but there are so many legends. We actually met a little girl. She was about 15, and she had her diary. Like it was. She didn't write in it, but she drew pictures in it, and she was flipping through, showing us all these different legends and the drawings of what it looked like or what it was, whether it was this woman in red or this thing with an elk head or something, I don't know, just strange figures. And she says, these are all stories I've heard from my family, and these are how they described them and what they looked like.
Right. And see, that's cool, though. I mean, I love stories from, like, especially, like a little girl. This is cool. She knows all these stories, and she's coloring them or drawing them and stuff like that. I mean, that's really cool. I loved it with, well, just the reservations, the Indian people that are on my side, my mom's side of the family. I mean, they pass down stories from generation to generation. And, we've heard stories about the big hairy man for years, and a lot of stuff like that. Hello, Mr. Daniel Class. Yes, it is the Naked and Afraid folks. Well, Trent is.
See, here's one of the pictures she drew. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
that's the woman in red. And she has writing over here, but you can't see it. But she told her brother or somebody saw this woman floating through the jungle, and that's what he described her looking like. And then she wrote about the legend. It's a woman with no legs, black sunken eyes, skin so tight on her, and it was cut off. You can see her bones. If she's in a red dress, a natural disaster is on the way. Wow. If her dress is black, somebody has died.
Well, and where they were in their shelter, Trent can tell you more about what I noticed when I was watching the episode. Because it was raining a lot, it looked like he was right next to kind of a river, and it looked like the rain was slowly eroding the wall, the kind of mud rock wall right above them. I would not have been surprised if there was a mudslide after they left that just probably wiped out where he was. And where his shelter was. His shelter was cool. I mean, I'm kind of biased, but his shelters are always my favorite on the Naked and Afraid. He's pretty badass shelter builder. But I think it would have wiped that right out, but it would show, it was showing like the mudslide looking like it was about to come down and wipe out I mean, maybe you can tell more, but it looked like it was going to wipe it out.
Nick and Eric both, sorry. No. Nick and Eric both said that picture you were showing kind of reminds them of a banshee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what a banshee. Banshee to me is a four-wheeler.
Point of reference.
Well, Yeti isn't a Yeti anymore. Yeti is a cooler or something now, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, it's a cooler.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what a yurt is, so.
At least I don't. I mean, you do, but I don't. I mean, yurt people, I'm still waiting to find out what the hell they are. Oh God, that's funny. Did I really look that confused, Sherry?
Just like a slight, what the hell is a yurt, crashed your
Yeah.
face, and then then back to your poker face. But it was a real quick, like, what the hell is a yurt? Well,
Poker face.
My sister had a yurt like years ago because maybe they're not popular out there yet, but it's like become like a thing. So it's pretty popular out here now. So you can, instead of renting like a little cabin or a lodge, you can rent a yurt, like over in the Oregon coast or like here in the forest or something like that, or in the wilderness. So my sister bought a yurt like years ago. So I knew all about yurts. So I had to school Trent on yurts too, like years ago. So don't feel so bad. I'm just like old school yurt girl.
Yeah.
I'm a yurt people apparently.
You're like with the yurt mare. Or the yurt translator.
Right?
Yeah.
The yurt whisperer.
The yurt whisperer.
Yurt whisperer. Yeah, definitely. Does Trent know how he got malaria, or what was causing his teeth to fall out?
I don't know why my teeth were breaking. They weren't falling out. I broke 2 teeth, and I don't know. We're so malnourished out there. This was the 40-day challenge that we're talking about. We were about day 30 into 40 days. Haven't eaten very much. You're not getting vitamins. You're not getting minerals. I mean, you're eating a little bit of meat here and there. We catch a fish here and there. So you're pretty depleted, I think. And then we would dry the meat that we found, and it would get really hard. And I don't know if I bit it wrong or my teeth were getting, I have no idea.
I think it was the malnutrition.
But I did, they figured I'd had malaria for about 2 weeks when they actually diagnosed me. I know my body pretty well, and I just kept saying to the medic, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with me. And I didn't know what it was. My body didn't feel right. And they would just say, no, you got a bug. Just go do what you're doing. That's not a big deal. But it wasn't until I was hunting one day, and this was in Africa, and during the day when I would go hunting, they would send he's called a PH, a professional hunter, basically a ranger with me with a rifle because of the hyenas and lions and all that jazz. But I started getting double vision, and I couldn't really focus. And he looked at me and he says, I can see the gray rings in your eyes. He goes, you have malaria. And I'm like, I know I have something, but they just keep telling me it's a bug and to buck up. But I'm like, I can't hunt anymore. I have to go back to the shelter. I can't focus. I'm dizzy. I have a headache. And he actually went to the crew and said, you need to give him the test right now. And they came and actually, I mean, it was so easy. They just pricked my finger, put it in the little slide, stuck it in. Within 30 seconds, they says, yeah, you've got a multi-strand of malaria. But they figured I'd had it for about 2 weeks with how I'd been complaining about how I was feeling. So I don't know. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, Mr. Dan Class is the one that asked. He says, I felt so bad for him because he was like a rock star until he started getting sick, he said. Yes.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It's tough. I mean, malaria, the only way to describe it is if you have the worst flu you've ever had, and you put the worst hangover with it and put them together, and your energy levels just keep dropping. You can't get your energy levels up. You just keep going down, down, down. So it's pretty brutal.
Yeah. Cindy is in the chat room. Hello, Cindy, my co-host. Cindy.
Oh, hi, Cindy.
Psychic Cindy. Sorry, I had to take the window out of the fan. Or fan out of the window. Jesus,
we're having some lightning and thunder, and our big scary dog is over here cowering at my feet. That's why
really?
We have a big black German Shepherd that wants to eat everybody, but when the thunder hits, he dive bombs our feet with his tail between his legs and shivers.
Wow. No kidding.
He's over here a little bit scared.
Yeah. I had a dog like that, but he loved to eat everything else, though. I mean, well, you know, the thunderstorms and stuff would come, and he'd cower at the end of the bed or under the bed. But you wouldn't want to leave something out because he was
He
like
would-
115
It
pounds.
would belong to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was an Alaskan Malamute, and he would eat anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It didn't matter what it was.
Got to keep that energy up for pulling the sled.
Well, I tried taking him to McDonald's and giving him ice cream cones and stuff, to make him happy, and it didn't work. He would still eat everything that I had.
I'm sure he did.
Why does it seem every Talk with Teddy episode occurs on a dark, stormy night? You're just lucky, that's why.
But Trent too. Scary.
Yeah, if you listen to our feed really close, you'll hear claps of thunder every now and then. It's coming down out there. I mean, that nice cool breeze feels, you can tell that sometimes a wisp of rain comes in too. So
There's your nice cool breeze.
there you go.
One way or another, mister, I will get some cool air one way or another. But that's why I closed the window, because the bugs were coming in. I had a fan there, and I'm like, comes the bugs. Nope, time to close it. When lightning bugs are just flying through the fan and not getting hit by the fan, no, it's time to... The lightning bugs are pretty big.
There you go. There you go.
So... But it's not like me with Trent with all these little fancy little things on my head.
Hey, come on now. And we would try to film him, but our cameras have an infrared and it wouldn't pick him up. So we could not document it.
What about putting him in a jar?
We didn't have a jar. I wish I had a jar. I would be drinking.
I forgot. It's like he's on Naked and Afraid. It's like, yeah, what about a jar, Ted? Duh. He doesn't have a jar, Ted.
People say that all the time. They're like, well, why were you sunburned? Didn't you take sunblock? I'm like, you have sunblock? They're nothing.
Daniel has another question for you. He says, what was harder, the real estate market during Corona or Africa?
The real estate market's on fire still.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
At least in our area, COVID has done nothing to the real estate market. If anything, the people wanting to sell are urgent to sell, and the people wanting to buy are urgent to buy before it goes away. So we've been busy as heck with real estate. So I'd say Africa was a little harder. I don't mind getting out the saw and putting some 2x4s together and putting the nail gun in and building a wall. But in Africa, you're naked, barefoot. You got to build a thorn shelter. I like the shelters here in Utah way better.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I don't know if you know the back on that, but wherever we camp, you have to build a thorn perimeter 6 feet high around it, because the animals can jump, but they won't jump over thorns at 6 feet high, apparently. But at night, we would hear animals, hyenas in particular, that would come and probe the shelter. So every night we had to, in our bare feet, in the dark, make sure this shelter was absolutely secure every night. And you'd hear animals probing it, trying to figure out what was going on. So,
wow, that's like crazy.
Intense. And you just keep that fire going. And at 2 a.m. when you got to take a leak, you open that thing and you're tiptoeing because you don't want to step on a thorn and you don't know what's out there, and it's pretty intense.
No, sorry. Nope.
I'm always glad that he's back when the show airs and sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does make you appreciate everything a little bit more. Like when I got back from Africa, I think I shook Sherry at 2 a.m. one morning. She's like, what? I'm like, I just got to share something with you. I'm barefoot and I just walked to the bathroom on carpet. I wasn't worried about thorns or nothing.
Or hyenas.
It was awesome. So the little things you don't think about, you appreciate so much.
And clean water.
Oh.
Clean, cold water, ice cubes, just some of the simple things like coffee.
Oh, because we would boil hippo poo water. I mean, it had green film on the top, and you're so thirsty, you're drinking it as hot as you can, like a hot tea, because you just want to get water in you. So you never drink cold water. And then by the time you're done, it's empty. So, and then you got to boil more. So, yeah.
Man, hippo poo water.
Well, you're sharing the little ponds with everything. There's probably hippos and more in there. So,
yeah. Daniel says, "What is the next big goal, Trent?" that you want to try and accomplish?
Well, I think. Okay, exclusive for everybody tonight. I know I've said this before, but this is the honest truth. I think my Naked and Afraid day.
And it froze.
Dude,
And
is
it
that
froze.
divine intervention
I'm
or what?
like, what the hell?
They won't let him stop. Thank God.
we couldn't have planned that any better. We couldn't have
Oh,
planned that any better,
that's
folks.
hilarious.
His soul belongs to them. He has sold his soul.
Oh my God!
They won't
So
let him go.
But anyway, if I do another show, I would like something with gear and boots.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I've done the naked thing. I have nothing more to prove. I know what I can do. I know what my limits are. I know I proved everything to myself. It's time for a different adventure now.
Right, right. So Cindy's in the chat room, just going away as usual. Everybody's in there talking to Cindy. Ooh.
That's us.
Do you hear that?
Oh man, I heard that pretty good.
I mean, that thing pushing such a
Ooh.
breeze through here.
And the thunder rolls.
Yep, my buddy Trent.
After his last little announcement.
Yeah, well, it was perfect though. I mean, we didn't even hear him say, "I'm done. I quit. I'm not doing it anymore." All we saw was you frozen in time, which was great. So,
Well, our
was
screens
awesome.
our screens just went blank with the little circles going reload, reload, reload.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
It was
cool.
pretty funny.
Yeah. Hello, Jeffrey Allen. Let's see, Jim Jerkins and RD Mudd. Thank you all for popping in here as well.
The spirit has spoken. You can't quit.
Yes.
Thanks, Spirit. Anyway.
Give him closing gear next time. Then see what he can do. See what he did naked. Wait until you see what he does with gear.
Maybe they should put you because I know that on the show they have like people with guns and stuff not too far away, so maybe they'll put you into that position next.
There you go. Maybe. I would love that.
Maybe it's the banshee drawing that caused it to freeze.
Oh, yeah, I pulled out the banshee there.
Yeah.
You know what I think you should do, Trent? I think you should look for a Bigfoot show.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
I really think you should do. That's what you should look into. Like maybe we'll find somebody that wants to do a Bigfoot show or something, and we'll toss your name in the hat and we'll say, hey, you got to have this guy.
Oh my gosh, he tells the greatest stories. If you know what archetypes are, they're like personality types. This guy is storyteller. Get him around a campfire. It's all dark and a little eerie, maybe a little thunder. Oh my gosh. And let this guy tell stories.
I just say how it is. That's all I do.
So phenomenal. His stories are fun. I could listen to them.
He told, I've got it recorded. It's in our files somewhere. It's on the internet. He told us his story about Bigfoot landing on him.
The whole thing.
We've got it. It's in our files somewhere.
So, and he's wildly entertaining. I mean, clearly when he gets malaria, maybe he's not as entertaining, but dude, you should follow us around. It's hilarious. And I just gave him his MacGyver badge yesterday. I tore the wheel off the lawnmower somehow, and he comes out and is like, here, I got some bubble gum and a hair clip, and you're good. Go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MacGyver too. So
I just found out that I had plumbing skills that I didn't have.
Hey.
I didn't know.
It was fun to find out. What happened?
We opened the door to the bottom of the kitchen sink, and a whole bunch of water come out on my feet. And I'm like, that ain't good.
No.
And I got 82-year-old father and a 80-year-old mother. And I'm I'm going to tell them to fix the sink. No. So Cindy says, I love you all, guys. I have to go. Not feeling well. Nothing bad. No worries. See you soon.
See you, Cindy.
Bye, Cindy. Love you. So come to find out, the basket, I guess is what they call it, was leaking. And it was all rusted.
Oh, the aerator.
whatever that is. So I had to take that out and put a new one in.
Nice.
And the faucet was leaking, so I had to take that off and put that in.
Dang.
And run all the new hose and the new little drainage pipes, and
Look at you go.
I'm like, holy shit, I did it.
Nice.
So I was like proud of myself. I'm like, okay, we're checking for leaks. I'm like, no leaks, yay, no leaks. I was like, now I gotta have a beer to party.
There you go. There you
to
go.
celebrate. But
Good job. See, I don't know how we grew up without the internet. I mean, you can Google anything these days.
Yeah.
I have to ask, did you Google how to fix that?
Actually, for the aerator thingy, the first thingy, yes. But the faucet, no. I kind of used the information that I had from the first time. You know, I was thinking, well, maybe it's something sort of like that.
Right.
So I just kind of laid down and looked up and said, oh, give me a hammer and a screwdriver.
There you go.
A hammer and a screwdriver, because you have to loosen up the little thing with the lips on it. And
Yeah.
you get those little rings off, which were plastic, and they were really stuck. So I ended up just breaking them, you know, using the screwdriver to break them and bend them off. And then undid the water hoses down on the bottom and pulled the faucet up and put the new one in.
Nice.
High five.
Yeah. So I was
Good job.
like, damn. I am talented somewhere. Oh, but that's not the only thing I've done. I mean, I fixed my friend and I, because that was my second attempt of doing something, but we ended up putting a brand new sink and cabinet in the bathroom. The two of us, we've never done it before. We did that. This room that I'm in right now, I totally cleaned out, taped up, painted completely. Ceiling, walls, made the thing that my lights are on back here to light up the wall.
Nice.
For the green screen. I'm finding out.
We need to hire you.
I was gonna say, if you come visit, you might not actually get to go snowmobiling. You might actually be put to work.
You know,
Those are some mad skills.
That's what I said.
I charge for 4 hours of labor a large pepperoni and cheese pizza and
Done.
some sweet tea.
Done.
Sweet tea.
Perfect.
So yeah, don't expect me to get up right after the pizza is 8, because I'll have food coma. You have to wait for that to settle, and then and what helps with that is like French vanilla ice cream with hot fudge and peanut butter sauce. That would go, well with it as well.
I like where you're going with that. Maybe you shouldn't come out and visit. We'll never get off the couch.
We'll be big belly yurt people.
I am going to make a t-shirt now that says I am a part of Trent's Ute family.
Right?
Yurt family.
The Yurt Village.
Family.
The yurt family.
Yurt Village. Another question. Is there a place on the planet you would like to test your skills that you have not been to?
I don't know if I would say a place on the planet to test my skills. I would like to test my skills anywhere with gear. Yeah. I mean, when I originally applied, I didn't apply for Naked and Afraid. It was a different show. And it was a show where you had gear. You were dropped off in an unknown location. You had no clue where you were. You had a bunch of gear and an earpiece with a professional guide. And you had a week to get out of that area. And you had to go through different obstacles and canyons and rivers and forage for food. And so I applied for that because I thought that would have been a blast. But they canceled that. It never went anywhere. And I think they threw my profile over to Discovery. And Discovery actually called me and said, hey, would you consider our show? So I don't know if there's anywhere on the planet I would like to test something. I just want to test myself with gear. Like the Alone show, that would be a blast. Go to the Arctic, live off the land, have an axe, a saw, build a shelter, a little log cabin, see what you can come up with. That would be a blast. I would love to do that.
Cool. Guys, don't forget, it's just about time to do this. Talk with Teddy. Please go over and like, share, and subscribe to Talk with Teddy on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. please do YouTube, because I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers so that I can actually make our label for YouTube actually Talk with Teddy, because right now it's a random numbers and letters and it sucks. I'd like to make it a custom YouTube page. So please go over and subscribe to the YouTube. Oh, excuse me. Things are falling down in over here. I didn't even touch it. Woo-woo. Anyways, so yes, do that. Also, tonight is brought to you and sponsored by MysteriousAdventurestours.com. There is I am going to Ireland. There's a trip that's planned. We're going to Ireland next June. It is on the summer solstice, and basically it's an invitation. I would like you guys to go along with me. It is very cheap to go. It's not an expensive trip whatsoever. We are gone from the 15th to the 23rd. We will be staying in a 5-star castle. We will be everywhere. At the end of tonight's show, there will be a video for you guys to watch. So please, I'm really looking for more people to go with me to Ireland in June of 2021. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see some amazing stuff. We're going to be bellying up to the pub a couple times. We're going to be seeing some traditional Irish music and stuff like that, as well as a couple other things that I have planned for us as well. So I am going back home to Ireland, so hopefully everybody else will be joining me there as well. Now, there's also a question here for me, and the question for Teddy is this. Teddy, how long do you think you'd be able to survive naked in the Louisiana swamps with those mosquitoes? I can answer that in one word for you, sir. Not. I am like the ultimate feeding ground for mosquitoes. I am like the biggest airport, as well as Thanksgiving dinner for them. So no, I would never go there. I would never do that whole thing.
Can you share exclusive Louisiana information that didn't happen?
Oh, Louisiana's brutal. Nobody would want to do that. I went out there last summer because they were thinking of sending me to Louisiana, and I was like, "Oh, no way! I don't know how anybody could survive out here in that heat, that humidity, with those kind of bugs." I mean, brutal.
Snakes.
Holy cow!
Didn't Jeremy do that though?
Jeremy did do that.
He lives there.
Oh my gosh,
he's from there. Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, no, he's no joke. He's a pretty tough guy.
I love Jeremy. He's awesome.
Love Jeremy.
What's funny is because like this past Parafest with you guys, we actually brought in a new guy.
Yeah.
With this as well. So
Chance. Yeah.
Chance.
And hey, Nick said, Ted, even if you were paid $1 million and were offered many more subscribers on YouTube, would you do it?
No.
$1 million, Ted.
No.
And 103 subscribers.
How long does he have to be out there, Nick?
No, I would not do it. I would not do it.
One night.
No.
I would do one night.
No.
For $1 million.
That's like asking me to climb a ladder like 30 feet. I wouldn't do that either.
Okay.
I'm afraid of heights.
You know your limits.
Yeah.
You've won half the battle. You know your limits.
Yeah, no. I think if I had it naked, no. I could probably do it with like a bee suit,
I would just go and cry the whole time. We could go together, Ted, and then we could just cry. You could be in your bee suit, and I would just cry all night, just like rock and shake and cry.
No, I would watch it.
It would be hilarious.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't like the snakes.
I can't.
And the mosquitoes.
It's not the bugs, and it's not Louisiana. I mean, even though you're saying it's one of those spots, it's being naked. I can't get past that. I can't do it. No. The only time I like being naked is when I'm in the shower. That's it.
Well, go somewhere it rains a lot. It's all in your
Rubber
mind.
ducky, you're
It's all a
the
mindset.
one
It's all a
to make
mindset.
bad times lots of fun. A rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Do 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 do. No, no, I don't think. Ted, think about it. How well you would stick to your diet? Oh, bite me, bite me, bite me. I'd lose 100 pounds in like.
One
I
night.
wouldn't last. I mean, I am. No, no, I couldn't do it. Thanks for the question, Dan. I don't like you anymore now. But no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love you, man. I love you. Mel did too. Yeah, I think yes, you're right. Mel
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Jeremy.
Jeremy and Mel.
Yeah, but I remember Mel selling. Mel said it was. That's not where she saw the face, was it? No,
Yeah,
that was somewhere
yeah.
else.
That
Oh,
is
it was
where she saw the
Louisiana. She
face.
saw the
Yeah.
face.
She said it was super creepy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't. Hello, Deb. No, I definitely don't think I could do the naked and afraid thing. And I mean, if I had like what I got on right now, a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and my flat cap, I'd probably do it. So, 750,000, I'd do it, maybe
With your clothes.
With the clothes.
with
We'll
my
negotiate
clothes,
that.
with my clothes, or Buddy the Bigfoot costume.
There you go.
That's super
Buddy the
hot.
Bigfoot costume would be awesome. But
I
Yeah,
might die
it'd
You
be
might
really hot though.
yeah.
because it's already hot and humid.
Ugh, the heat.
Yeah, and then you'd end up with a lot of fleas,
Yeah.
and someone would mistake you as food.
Yeah.
And what about the skunk apes or whatever it is that they Rougarou? They'd probably want to kill me. The Rougarou would probably want to kill me.
Yeah.
I don't know what a
You
rougarou
probably
is.
want it to kill you.
Uh, yeah. Kill me, please. I can't do this anymore.
What's a rougarou?
A Rougarou is like a dogman or a werewolf.
Oh, sounded like a hula hoop.
A what? A what?
A hula hoop.
She's not Rougarou
Savvy.
savvy.
No.
No.
No rougarou.
Yeah, Rougarou is another cryptid that's been
Oh.
seen like in Louisiana and all that. It's like a half man, half dog creature.
Oh, rougarou. Now I know.
The Rougarou, or what else they call it? Rougarou, Boogaroo, or Boogaroo, or there's a whole bunch of names for it.
Boogaloo.
Dogman, werewolf. I mean, there's I myself, you can't see it. He's on my
Oh.
arm.
Is that a rougarou?
Yeah. He's on my arm.
Okay, I see him. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a werewolf type.
Yeah, and there's the shit. Hold on. Move it.
Oh,
Actually, Trent.
I think-
This way. Like
Oh.
that's a werewolf print with a hand in the middle, and it stands for the lichen or the werewolf or the rougarou, wolfman. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
that
That's
was
actually
cool.
the wolf clan from my family. There's the rougarou a little better. Whoops, this way. This. God, such a pain.
Oh yeah, scary. It looks like a bat too.
Bat ears.
Yeah.
Part
Yeah.
bat.
So, that was a
Cajun
Tony
werewolf.
DeVille song.
Okay. Cajun
Yeah,
werewolf.
Rougarou is a Cajun werewolf. Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm a big werewolf guy. I love werewolves, Rougarou, just all that stuff.
Trent likes the
Um,
werewolf.
Yeah.
Trent likes the werewolf too. I call him
Yeah.
half werewolf because in winter he is actually my heater because he is like hotter than any normal human ever should be. So
Yep.
I'm never cold. I just
You
strap
can
up.
fry eggs on me. That's how hot I am. Oh yeah.
fry eggs on Trent too now.
You want some scrambled eggs? Yep, there we go, right there in the belly. Go for it. So, hello, Adam Barnhart. Hello. Yeah, it's funny because I'm really into all that stuff, the cryptid, horror, supernatural, but a lot of that comes into play with like different states and stuff. I mean, from Mississippi to Louisiana, Alabama, even Oklahoma. I mean, they all have these different cryptids. They all have these creatures. Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Texas. I mean, and I'm sure Utah's got something. I'm just not sure what. Or Arizona's got something. I'm just not sure what. You know, I know there's a map that shows where the main cryptids come from, but like, you know, look at Virginia has Bigfoot, Dogman, and Mothman. So they have 3 cryptids, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do a Halloween special called Talk with Teddy the Wolfman. Okay. Twist my arm. I could do that. Have somebody dress me up though and put the makeup on like the old werewolf, like the Wolfman from
There
like
you
the
go.
classic movies.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Bad
You know,
meat.
that would be awesome.
The wolf
That's
from
the
Bad
really
Men.
awesome.
dog looking one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. What was that called? 3 Claps for the Wolfman? Is that what that song was? Do you remember the song?
I don't know the song.
You don't know the song? Oh man. 3. It was written for Wolfman Jack as one of his songs, I think. Did you ever hear Wolfman Jack?
I've heard of Wolfman Jack, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Octane says skinwalkers are the most interesting to me.
Oh, we have those in Utah.
Yes, Skinwalker Ranch. It's right up the road from us.
Oh yes, yep, Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, you got UFOs, Bigfoot, Skinwalker Ranch. They have that. I forgot all about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's some crazy shit that happens up there.
Yeah, that Skinwalker Ranch is no joke. It's pretty. There's some crazy stories that have come out of there.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've talked to people that know this person, knows that person, and blah blah blah. But you know, you can actually do some research online and see different videos and all that as well. And there are people that just live in, must be like you're saying, just up the road, but they have caught things on their own video cameras.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like outside of the Skinwalker Ranch, not even being inside it, but they see stuff in the sky.
Yeah.
You know, so. Yeah, but that's, and skinwalkers just they truly just, I'm where Octane is. I mean, Native American culture always talk about skinwalkers and being able to manipulate in so many different ways. Like we've always heard stories of where the medicine man could change into a wolf or change into an owl or a raven and all that other stuff. I love all those stories. They're just amazing stories. But they go back as far as even to the Egyptian times because of the jackal and all of the animals that they believed in and they followed that were gods. So, you know, the skinwalkers go all the way back to way back. You know, which is great stuff. I'm kind of nerdy with that stuff. I don't mean to bore you, you know. You know, but I get into that stuff. I love it. I could probably write a book about all the nonsense I know, to be honest with you.
You should.
Yeah, with all
You
that.
should.
I've written 2 books already. I'm not, you know, I got to my 3rd book and I'm still working on it. I've been working on it since January of last year. And I really have no desire to finish it. I don't know why. You know, and I'm just not ready to finish it. That's all, you know. But yeah, so there's a lot of things I forgot about Skinwalker Ranch up there. Some of the stories are horrifying.
Trent worked over there. It's like over by Roosevelt in Utah, and he worked over there. And there was a guy that came into the store he was managing, and he was actually working out at the Skinwalker Ranch.
He was military. He
told him a bunch of stories.
This was before they had a lot of access to the ranch, and he was military because I needed his license. He gave me his military ID, so I called and made sure it was legit. But he told me some stories about Skinwalker Ranch, and they'd have to go on patrol every night. And there was times they would come.
Again. Every time.
Can't talk about
The spirits are
Skinwalker,
just limiting
apparently.
what I tell
Yeah.
everybody tonight.
Apparently.
Ted, look.
I can hear you. Wow, they really do not want you to talk tonight. All right, let's try this again. I don't even know if you can hear me. Let's try this. I'll click you out, and then I'll bring you back in.
Oh,
Let's see if
now
that
we're
works.
back.
There we go.
I think this storm
Done.
is knocking out some stuff. It's acting really weird tonight.
That or
But the ranch, crazy things. I mean, there would be times where they would go back to their quarters, and it looked like a bomb went off in there. They would patrol with night vision every night, and I mean, the things he saw and the things that happened there, he just, he says, I'm limited what I can tell you, but he says, I've been there 3 months, and we're pretty hardcore military. He says, I've been there 3 months. I've been there the very longest. People come in and they go on patrol. They just can't handle it. They leave. They can't be there very long.
Which is crazy, but yet there's a lot of people like myself that would give the right arm to go in a place like that and spend 3 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
Sure, I'm not going to do their fucking push-ups or anything, but I would do the research.
Yeah.
Part of my job is to be a comedian, Trent. Come on, I mean.
You do it well. You do it well.
I try. But yeah, no, I mean, I've never done a freaking sit-up in my life. No, sit-ups I've done. Push-ups I don't do. Yeah, I don't do push-ups. Top heavy. Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, Skinwalker Ranch, I mean, I heard, somebody told me a story that he was working up there, and he said that at night, and they would have outside lights and stuff, but it wouldn't be unusual for them to see shadows or things moving, and be like, it's like you hear it moving and you're too late to actually see it, but you might catch the shadow of it or something. And I've heard that. I've heard weird noises like animals screaming or yelling or howling. I've heard that. Lots of UFO sightings.
Yeah.
And they have
electromagnetic
dogs.
fields.
Do they have dogs?
Yeah,
The dogs would sense them.
They take dogs up there because the dogs can sense the paranormal, and then they put their equipment on it, and it picks it up every time.
Yeah, I almost wonder, because I was talking about this last night. A friend of mine was working on a theory of it had something to do with ley lines, as well as the Earth gives off its own electromagnetic field in certain areas, and it's sometimes intense in certain areas, and it's almost like where the ley lines come together or cross. Not all, only specific ones that have a specific point on the Earth, and this is what my friend was working on. He called them Lokis because it meant location, and he actually was murdered. He was beheaded, and all of his equipment was wiped clean, and we don't know what happened to all of that information. So I can't say too much, or they'll be coming and taking my shit. But I have letters that he has written to me from before he was killed that invited my team over to do research with him on these Loki. And but he was also working for, I believe it was it Exxon. He was a diver for underwater oil things. And for some reason something happened. I don't know what it's connected to, but I know that he was murdered. He was actually beheaded in front of his kid, in fact.
Wow.
So it was terrible.
That's terrible.
His kid is traumatized.
I bet.
But he was working in the paranormal field for a long time, didn't even tell his parents. I was the only one in this area that knew. So we were in constant contact, about that stuff. So I always thought, well, Skywalker Ranch, or Skinwalker Ranch, Skywalker. So, Star Wars. Anyways, Jedi Knights. Baby Yoda. I always thought that maybe, it could be a part of that, like an electromagnetic Loki or something to that effect. That because they're constantly saying, it's almost like it draws all this stuff there. It's like a magnet.
Yeah.
So, maybe there's something to it. I don't know.
Maybe it's a portal.
I don't believe in portals, but okay, maybe.
What?
I don't know. He-Man's gonna come out of it. He-Man. Yeah, no, I'm so much like people hate me because I'm not like the truest skeptic in the world, but I have that thing. It's like portals. I just don't believe in portals. I find it absurd to me. It's kind of like orbs. I find them completely absurd. Bigfoot, I'd like to believe. I think it's possible that something out there still exists because we still find things in the ocean, or we discover species that have been endangered or extinct. We find, so many other things in the world that we have never seen before. I don't know. I say everything's possible, and I guess if I say that, I guess portals have to be in there too. I guess. There you go, Sherry. You're safe because I said that they have to be in there. I guess if I say everything's possible.
I just say anything's possible too. I believe in dragons, so just because I haven't.
I think
seen
dragons
them
are
doesn't
cool
mean
as
they're
shit.
not real.
Yes, they are real. Dragons.
Yeah, one day they're gonna show. I'm a dragon rider, and one day my dragon's gonna show up. I'll be Ragnar.
I was gonna say that's kind of, the real dragons that exist, man. I think you'd squish them because they're like little tiny.
Like this big.
You can't see them. It's almost cloudy days in the mountains, and that's when they're like swooping around, getting the deer. Yeah, dragons are real.
Wow, you got a good one there, Trent.
I know. She keeps me on my toes.
They live in the
That's
yurt
awesome.
village.
They're the yurt transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh man, so we've been on here for an hour and a half. We've had a good time. It was fun. It was good catching up. I think it's been, and you guys are in the middle of a storm. You think Godzilla is real? Well, no, I didn't say I think Godzilla is real. I just think that everything is possible. And if Godzilla was real, I would pee my pants and jump up and down and yell hooray, because he was my idol. Him and John Wayne. It's so weird because that's what my wall is I've got John Wayne and Godzilla figurines on the wall with my Bigfoot stuff. I've got a 1954. I have a 1954 Godzilla movie Godzilla on the wall, and I have the new 2004 Godzilla figurines. I've got all this. Godzilla's my hero, man.
We call it the fat Godzilla and the good Godzilla. Our kids like the fat Godzilla. They get mad when we call it the fat Godzilla.
Which one's the fat Godzilla? The newer one?
The new one and the old one.
The newest one, we call it the fat Godzilla. Was it the newest
Okay.
one?
Because the older Godzilla was the guy in the suit, and he was kind of thin, but he always boxed. He always jumped around and boxed on his tail. That's the Godzilla I like.
We like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla the best.
Matthew Broderick one.
Oh, I hate that one.
Yeah, you'd be with our kids. They don't like it either. They like the newest one where it's with Mothra or whatever. So
Well,
that's
Mothra
we call it Fat Godzilla.
Yeah, no. The Godzilla that you guys are talking about isn't even a Godzilla. That's just a giant freaking reptile. That's not even Godzilla. It doesn't even need a no.
No. I was disappointed when the Ninja Turtles didn't look real.
Yeah. But the older Godzilla is my favorite, the one from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
That's because he was a guy in a suit and constantly he was jumping around and boxing and trying to, beat up the bad guy. That was my favorite Godzilla. The new movies are okay, but I have my favorites. I'm a dork. What can I say? What was that all about?
Ooh.
Well, that's our hellhound.
Godzilla.
Our hellhound is picking up energy.
Uh oh. All right. Well, I don't know, guys. I've had a good time just chatting with you. It was nice seeing you. And Sherry, it's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's definitely fun. We should do this more often.
Thanks for letting me join.
Hey, not a problem. He could have I don't have a problem with you joining. That's cool. I mean, you should have came with him in February.
I know. I
Yeah.
missed out. I missed out on New York, so I said, "Can I please just talk to Ted with you?"
Yeah.
So now when she comes out, you'll already know a little bit about Sherry and her dragons and stuff.
Well, she should come in March when we do it again,
Yeah.
and then coming down and we'll hang out. And Godzilla 1998 does not count. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. That's not a true Godzilla.
It's like the 1998 Godzilla hate group.
No, it's the best.
Well,
Come on, man.
I think it was the music. It was that Puff Daddy Led Zeppelin song that hooked me.
No.
I just liked the Taco Bell commercial. Here, what did he say? Here, lizard, lizard, lizard. That's it. That's all I like.
I get it. I get it. But that just isn't. People that are true Godzilla fans, that's not.
We don't talk about that movie.
And yet here we are.
The Taco Bell commercial that came out of it was my favorite. Here, lizard.
Nick, we'll have to educate them. We'll educate them.
I will say, when we were up on the Bigfoot Mountain the other day, we were in this big old flat area, and when we were on the Razor, and Sherry looked around, and she goes, "I think we're in a footprint," just like on that movie.
Awesome.
It was a totally footprint. It was 100% a footprint. Because
awesome.
I'm like, Trent's like, "What is that like little pond?" I'm like, "That's not a pond. We're in a footprint."
It's a Godzilla print.
Chanel, Godzilla versus Mothra is your favorite, really? Godzilla and Mothra were actually. This is going to sound stupid, but they belonged to each other. Mothra gives her life for Godzilla, so that was kind of like Godzilla was the father and Mothra was the mother.
Maybe that's why it's her favorite.
It could be, I guess, but no. Mothra tries to kill Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's what that whole one was about.
Yeah, so, but that's what they did with their movies. They took him. They couldn't keep him as a good guy very long. They had to make him a bad guy as well. In fact, when they come out with Godzilla versus King Kong, they made Godzilla the bad guy, and they should have made King Kong the bad guy.
Oh.
Godzilla was here first.
Oh, we'll fight, Ted. I like King Kong.
Yeah, sorry, that big ape. Nope, he's going down.
No.
Reptile versus ape. Yep.
Now, if it was a dragon, if Godzilla could grow wings.
Godzilla has fire like a dragon.
I know.
He is a reptile. The only thing he's missing is wings.
If he could fly, you might win on the King Kong thing. But until he gets wings, he's chump.
I see how it is. I see how it is, girl. I see how it is. I'm gonna make you a Godzilla shirt now that's got wings. Godzilla's gonna have wings just for you.
I will wear it.
We'll get him some wings. So, yeah, and next time remind me, Trent. We'll get her a T-shirt from Buddy the Bigfoot or whatever. Because you did get one, right? You did get one, right, Trent? Didn't you get a Buddy the Bigfoot shirt?
I'm trying to think if I have one where it would be. I don't know if
I haven't seen it. I don't think you got one.
Oh, that's just pissing me off because I thought for sure you took one. I gave one to everybody else, and I was so happy because I thought I gave you one, the guy that needed one. What did I give you for Bigfoot to take back to the cabin?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to. My files are clicking back, going, where would this shirt be?
I swear we gave you stuff to take back to your cabin. I swear we did. Maybe we didn't. All right, tell me your shirt sizes.
XL. Medium.
Oh, me? Women's either, if it's women's, it's medium or large.
It's men's, dear.
Men's, then medium.
Okay. Trent, make sure you text me your address. All right.
Will do.
And then I can send it. And maybe what I had for you is still in the box. I have not loaded that box since we were,
Well, we are in the middle of a pandemic, so it's okay. You have a good excuse.
Yeah. I'll probably find a big thing in there that says with a little sticker on it, Trent. I'd be like, son of a bitch. No wonder I have it. Damn. But okay, yeah, and for next for next year, I have something for us to take a nip of.
Ooh.
Peanut butter and jelly moonshine.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Peanut butter
Yeah.
and jelly. Who doesn't love
Yeah.
peanut butter and jelly?
That's
I know.
when they were on Naked and Afraid. They always talk about like what did you want when you first got back? They always talk about peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Well, it's protein and sugar. Your body craves it, both of them.
Yeah.
Such an
Yeah.
interesting thing. And pickles.
Well-
Jeremy and Michelle and
Melanie.
Melanie, yeah, always wanted pickles.
Damn pickles.
I know. That's like no, that's if I want a pickle, it's not gonna be that kind of pickle. No. 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 I want brownies, I want ice cream, I want pizza. Those are like my favorite
There you
things in
go.
the world. I'm like
Brownies.
those.
That's
Yeah,
what I make for him when he goes out. Brownies.
I just
Packaged
made some
brownies.
brownies for my parents. It was a brand new recipe. I took my old recipe and I kind of mixed it up because I wanted to try something new. And I actually put chocolate pudding. I replaced some of the water with chocolate pudding,
Ooh.
and
Was it
now
good?
my brownies come out very moist and they have this really cool flavor.
That's
So
a great
just cut
idea.
your water in half and use chocolate pudding.
Oh,
chocolate.
fantastic.
With that pudding.
All right, when we wrap it up here, I'm doing it.
There you go.
Pulling
Yeah.
all nighter.
Cool. And Mothra eventually has her own series in the late 90s, though they're not as serious as the Godzilla series. That's true. And are we all going to get together for a Talk with Teddy pizza party? Sure. Y'all coming here? But, okay, guys. Well, it was fun. I've got a video for you guys to watch here at the end for the Ireland trip. If anybody wants to go, just take a quick peek. It lasts about a minute long. That's about it. And let's see. Thursday night, I have Mr. Shane McClellan. McClellan. He is a researcher, attorney, and author. He is a researcher in strange things, I guess is the best way to put it. And so he'll be joining me Thursday night, and then Saturday night we have. I'm gonna screw this up. Death Bunny Punch. I don't know. It's a horror group called Death Bunny Punch Cult or something like that. It's they're gonna be joining us, our horror group, and they're gonna be joining us as well. It'll be weird, kind of the way I like it. So Trent and Sherry, you guys take care of yourselves. Stay in touch.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Hey, anytime, guys. And make sure you send me your address so I can mail those out to you.
Will do.
All right, guys. Don't forget, Talk with Teddy is on every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And remember, make sure you go out and you take care of your neighbors as well as yourself, because that's also important. Talk to you guys soon. Here comes the video. It's about a minute long. Just take a peek. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ted Vanson Jr., and I am a huge John Wayne fan. A Quiet Man, which was one of his iconic movies, was shot and filmed in Ireland. Well, let me tell you something, folks. I'm inviting you to join me in Ireland. And before you say you can't afford it, yes, you can. The company that I am doing this with is called MysteriousAdventurestours.com. I want you to email them. Check out their website, but email them at mysteriousAdventurestours@gmail.com. They have installment plans where you can put so much away to go to this trip until it's paid for. You have a whole year to do it, because we're going June 15th through the 23rd, 2021. Summer solstice. Amazing. Ireland, summer solstice? What's better than that? Wait. I told you what was better. It's a quiet man's journey. We're going to the locations where they filmed The Quiet Man. That's amazing, right? Folks, you can afford this trip. Again, contact MysteriousAdventurestours.com. All right. Shortly, a video is going to be coming up here after me, and I would like you to watch it, check out the information at the end, and do yourself a favor and contact them. Join me in 2021 for the summer solstice and for a quiet man's journey. We'll see you there. Thank you and my guests for joining me here on Talk with Teddy. Be safe and look out for one another. Don't forget that Talk with Teddy is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, so please go and subscribe. Thank you.